everyone. So I've been wanting to do a video ever since I had Riley, but it has just taken me longer than I expected to feel up to making a video physically and emotionally, and now I am 2 weeks and 2 days postpartum, and while I still have no makeup on and haven't had a shower in about 2 days, I figured I'd go ahead and try to make a video. So yeah, I don't know, I guess I'm just surprised when I had my last son, which was a, all natural, no medication birth. I feel like I recovered within like a couple of days where I just felt great. But with Riley, it really has taken me about 2 weeks to not feel sore. My ab muscles are really sore, and like my whole pelvis just like hurt. And if you've seen the birth video that I uploaded, you might have noticed that she literally like flew out, like she shot out. So I don't know if that was just really hard on my pelvis, or if it's just because, third pregnancy, just overall hard on my body. But I've just felt really sore. I've been sleeping on a heating pad and taking ibuprofen like that first week. And I'm sure it doesn't help that I haven't been resting as much as I probably should, but I have a husband and 2 other kids, and I just cannot put myself in a bed all day long and just lay there. It just does not happen. So, but yeah, and for some reason, for me, I don't think that I swell up at all during my pregnancies, but for some reason, after I deliver, I feel like I definitely swell up. And just today, I feel like I look somewhat back to normal, like my face, it still looks a little swollen to me, but, and my midwife had said that, she knows a lot of people that don't swell before, but after the birth they do. And so, I'm just one of those people. And then, so let's see, breastfeeding's going really well, and I'm so happy because I've said it before, but I just had a really hard time and negative experiences with my boys, and I only made it like 2 to 3 weeks with them. With my first son, really didn't try too hard. I was young, uneducated. I did try, so A for effort for being 20 years old. And then with Dylan, I felt like I was much more educated. I was very determined. But we were in Germany, and we just moved there 8 weeks prior, and I guess I didn't have the support that I needed. And while that's still no excuse for me, it was so hard, and it was very painful, which is ultimately the reason why I quit both times around. So with Riley, I went to the Leche League meetings ever since I was 20 weeks pregnant. I've surrounded myself with a lot of people that had breastfed and were very strong, opinionated about it. And I'm really happy with myself. And like I said, we're 2 weeks and 2 days postpartum, and she is exclusively on-demand breastfed. She's not had a pacifier. I am her pacifier pretty much. And while some people, I think, don't really understand, like my family and maybe friends, like she pretty much nurses on me, I'd say every hour throughout the day for about 15 minutes, sometimes 20. I mean, it's a lot. And then at night, it's about every 3.5 hours. So thank goodness. And that I get 3.5 hour stretches at night, get up, feed her. 45 minutes later, we're back down, and she'll sleep another 3.5 hours. So I really can't complain. But during the day, I mean, she's on me all the time, and that's what I want to do. That was my plan. I wanted to be there for her. I didn't want to ever let her cry. And, people such as my mom, who are a little bit old-fashioned, were like, you're going to spoil her, you're going to regret that later when she'll never leave your side. But it's my last baby, and I really don't mind. Like, I don't mind, because I know before I know it, she's going to be 6 months old. And I'm going to go, oh my goodness, and where did the 6 months go? And then her first birthday is going to be here. So, she won't always want to nurse so often, I'm sure. So I really have just cherished it. I'm really proud of myself because I would have expected to have a breakdown if I would have known how time-consuming nursing on demand is. But I've really like cherished it, and right now she just got done eating about 15 minutes ago, and she also like loves to sleep on me or near me, and that's another thing people might say, like, she's got to learn to sleep on her own, put her down, put her in, bed or whatever. But when I try to put her down by herself, she will honestly only go about 15-20 minutes, and then she'll start crying. I'll pick her up, put her right here on me, sound asleep. She'll sleep 3.5 hours on my chest. Like, loves being on mommy. And like I said, I love it. I really don't mind right now. She's gotten so big to me already. It looks like she was 8 pounds, 1 ounce at birth. When my midwife came to do our 3-day postpartum visit, she was like 7, 8, I want to say. It was like exactly 10% of her body weight she had lost. And then she had a checkup 2 days ago, so exactly at 2 weeks, and she was 8 pounds, 6 ounces. So she gained 5 ounces over her birth weight, which they said they'll even, 2 to 3 weeks they want you to just be at your birth weight. So she is gaining plenty of weight, and I feel like she changes every day. She looks so different, and I'll go through my phone and look at her pictures, and she really is changing so much every day. And the other night I was nursing her at like 3 in the morning, and I just started sobbing because I get emotional thinking about it again. Just because like I had really come to terms sorry, I'd really come to terms with the fact that I probably would never have a daughter. And I really thought she was a boy, and I thought, mom of 3 boys, my 3 sons, and I was super excited to have another boy. And then surprise, like I got a daughter, and so I just look at her and it's just so neat, I get to experience that and dress her up, and hopefully one day help her pick out her wedding dress and be by her side when she's pregnant. And so it's just like a whole new world, obviously. And so I'm really, really happy. Emotionally, I think the first week was definitely the hardest. My breast hurt. The milk was in. Engorgement. I mean, just, everything was sore. Getting used to nursing, and I just sat in the bathtub and like sobbed like for a couple days that first week, because you just feel disgusting, and you're bleeding and leaking and sore, and just you don't feel like a pretty woman. And yeah, so I was curious if I'd have like baby blues, and praying I wouldn't develop postpartum depression. And after that first week, I mean, I feel very happy mentally, and I'm in a really, really good place. And it's definitely still stressful, 3 kids going out and about. And even when I just took her to the appointment, like I said, for her 2-week checkup, it was just me and her, and it took like a good 2 hour like beforehand to prep everything, get her diaper bag packed. I would nurse her, change her diaper, and then she would poop in her diaper and change her again. And then I was like, well, I'll feed her again before I leave. So it's a big adjustment again, bigger than I had thought, of going from 2 kids to 3, but we're figuring it out every day. It gets a little bit easier. So it's already about 8 minutes, so I'll wrap this up. Just want to let everyone know that we're doing really well. And again, if you are following me on Facebook, I put some pictures of her up every now and then. But let me see if I can't flip this right now. Let me see if I can. You see her? There's Riley. There she is. My sweet girl. Alright, hope everyone is doing well. I will try to do a labor and delivery video, like, explanation video sometime soon. Alright, bye!